Hey everybody, my name is Jared Allison with Century 21 Alton Clark. Today I am here at 771 Old Bubbly Road here in Pierson, Florida. This is a 10.3 acre property. There is a hunting cabin on here. I'm gonna show you that here in just a minute. But when you come up to the property, you will see a little wooden bridge right here. Please do not drive across the bridge. It is safe for walking, but I ask that you don't drive across it. Now, I just crossed that bridge, so when we get in here to the property, it is very, very wooded, but there are some trails I'm going to show you when you are coming up to the beginning of the property. Right here, I just cleared out a path that you can walk through. This was all covered with bushes and everything, but now I have cleared it out so you can have access to the cabin, to the property, and go check it out. All right, so I've already been walking around this property. It is high and dry. From what I can tell on Volusia County's website, it is not in a flood zone. So as far as I know, there's no wetlands on here that I can tell. However, you do have to get your own wetland delineation or survey to be sure. Sometimes those things creep up and we don't really know about it, but typically if it's in or not in a flood zone, then probably it's not going to have any wetlands. There may be some protected areas for certain types of trees and things like that, but that's something we'll just have to cross when we get. All right, so turn you back around. Here's this cabin. This cabin is pretty cool. I mean, sorry, there's some bugs out here buzzing my ears. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a little water catch. It comes off of the roof and it flows into there. So it's kind of set up off the grid, and it's got a little covered area here. So if you needed to park an ATV or a side-by-side or something like that, it's got a really nice covered area. And then check this out. Right here, these little windows, they open up and they're screened in, so you don't have to worry about the bugs getting in there. So super, super nice. And I've been in there already, and it gets a pretty nice little breeze even with all of these trees around. So let's go check it out. All right, so let me get you turned around again. All right, so you walk in through the screen door, and I mean, it's not huge, but man, if you organize this thing right, you could do a lot with it. It's got a little pantry area, storage closet, and then there's just another little closet area. You can't really see it on the video, but there's a makeshift toilet that looks like it goes out to maybe a hole or something. But the coolest thing, like I said, these windows. So all of these windows pop open. All right. So I've got most of them. I got them all open but 3. So back here in this area, I just couldn't quite reach to get those open. And then there's one more window back there in that little shed or the closet. So, but a really, really cool little cabin area. They've kind of got it set up. There's a little table here. Check out these doors. Let me show you this. Check this out. The carving. That's pretty cool. They got some carvings up here. There's an eagle and a couple other ones on down, but pretty cool. And I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. It is super, super quiet out here. There's no road noise, there's no airplane noise. All I hear is just the wind going through the trees. I heard some animals crunching around on the leaves earlier. They've probably scattered now that I've been walking around the place. I'm not the quietest person walking around here, but super, super quiet. All right, so let's go. Let me show you around the rest of the place. All right, so like I said, this is 10.35 acres. And there's some little trails cut out here and there. The area where the cabin is pretty well cleared out. There's, you know, the area I'm standing plus where the cabin is. It's a pretty good size. So if you did want to build a house, this place is zoned for single family. You could do a modular home or even a mobile home if you wanted to. You could put that out here. Plenty of space, plenty of room to put that. It wouldn't take a whole lot of clearing to get that to fit in here. And then you have all this wooded acreage, 10.35 acres. All right, let me turn you back around. So I'm walking through one of the trails, and as you can see, I mean, it's pretty well open. So the trails are pretty defined. You can hear me, you can hear how dry it is when you hear the crunching underneath my feet. So another little open area here. There's another little trail that goes back that way. There's some more trails that go over there. They look a little bit overgrown, but there is a trail if we keep coming back this way. So most of these are pine trees, and from my experience, like this tree right here, it's a pine tree. So usually most pine trees, they don't survive well in very wet ground. So that tells me right there that it's pretty dry throughout the season, even during the rainy season. Just like any place in Florida though, there's always gonna be a little bit of wet area, but so far the areas that I've explored on this property, I have not seen anything that is wet. So actually, let's go right here. So let me just, you can see, so I just dug that up. I mean, there's no water, there's no wetness, there's just a tiny bit of dampness in there. So my hand's a little dirty now, but yeah, just a tiny bit of dampness, but that's, like I said, that's gonna be any property. I have not seen any standing water on this property yet, in no low-lying areas, anything like that. Let's keep walking back here. Let me turn you back around. So these trails we'll go back as far as I can until it gets too wooded for me to get through. But just check that out. I hear the wind just blowing through the trees. It's so nice. All right, so this is about as far back. The trail does kind of keep continuing on, but it's a little bit too wooded or too overgrown for me to get through there safely. And by safely, I just don't want to get bit by something. Here's a little opening here. Maybe we can fit through. Ah, here we go. Let's see what this looks like. So again, just some really, really nice areas through here to set up little campsites, come out here, sit, do some hunting, or whatever it is. I mean, this just keeps on going. Again, super, super nice back here. And I apologize for the noise of me crunching through the leaves here, but there's no way I can really get around all of that noise. Yeah, this just keeps on going. Well, I mean, as you can see, it just keeps on going. It's beautiful wooded areas. There's, in this area out here in Pierson, there's tons and tons of wildlife. This actually backs up to the Lake George Wildlife Management Area. And that's, you know, just thousands of acres of protected area for all kinds of different animals, turkeys, deer, hogs, everything like that. So beautiful, beautiful. So that's about everything that I can show you from my perspective. I'm gonna go back to my car. I'm gonna get my drone, throw the drone up in the air. That way you can get an aerial view of this property's layout. Just see how wooded it actually is. And, but if you have questions or you wanna come see this property, give me a call. My number is 386-222-2836. All right, guys, I'm gonna make my way back up front and we'll see ya. Bye.